Congratulations to Arthur Abraham on winning the WBO Super Middleweight Championship of the World against Robert Stieglitz. Now, into going into this fight, a lot of people said Stieglitz would use his boxing ability and they thought that he would out-hustle and out-box Abrahams. I predicted that, it was my prediction that I thought Abraham would stop Stieglitz at some point from 8 rounds onwards. Stieglitz, for me, showed he had a better chin than I expected. And if his chin was anything below decent, I think he would have definitely been stopped. So, fair play to Robert Stieglitz for sticking in there. It depends how you want to score the fight. For me, I don't look for the guy who's throwing all the flashy punches. I look for the guy who's landed the more cleaning, telling punches. And while Robert Stieglitz did throw a few punches, a few good clean punches when Abraham was against the ropes, noticeably when Abraham took the centre of the ring, it was Abraham that was landing the big punches. They were the clean big punches. So it seemed to me that when Abraham took the centre of the ring, Stieglitz didn't know what to do, and he was a sitting duck for the right hand all night long. That right hand was predictable from the first round right through to the 12th round. That one winging right hand. For me, what I didn't understand was through the middle half, the middle rounds, Abraham stopped throwing body shots, and when he was throwing body shots, they were wicked body shots. So it's very strange. But for me, also noticed that when Abraham was backed up against the ropes, he just put his hands up. He didn't know how to fight off the ropes, so he just put his hands up. But I did say some good footwork from Abraham. He's able to slip from punches at times. Stieglitz was just too mechanical for me. When he was in the centre of the ring, he had no answer to Abraham's right hand. Stieglitz did look good on the ropes, but when he was throwing punches on the ropes, there weren't a lot of punches that were getting through. A lot of the punches were getting caught around the arms and on the gloves. So if you're going to score a fight, for me, like I said before, I prefer the cleaner work. Other guys may think Abraham was outworked by Stieglitz, which I can understand. The future for Arthur Abrahams after this, and for me, it's apparent that he doesn't have that one-punch power for me at super middleweight, although his style is still the same as it was at middleweight, and he's still banking in that one-punch knockout. I'd like to see him work a lot more in the middle rounds. For me, if he can still make middleweight, it'd be great if he could get back down to middleweight. I think there's some exciting fights down at middleweight for him. Whether he, after campaign at super middleweight, he's going to want to carry on, go back down to middleweight, I don't know. I'd like to see a rematch for these two guys. I'm sure it's going to happen, or bring in lots of money. Can Stieglitz win the fight? Of course he can beat Abraham in a rematch. But he'd have to, for me, he has to keep Abraham on the ropes for the 12 rounds. So where Abraham was taking the centre ring, he's going to, for me, lateral movement in, throw the shots when Abraham's on the ropes. Because Abraham cannot throw punches when he's on the ropes, from what I saw. And he just tucks up. So keep the punches on the ropes, keep Abraham backed up against the ropes. And don't get embroiled. Don't take centre ring with Abraham where he can chuck those big right hands. So if Stieglitz can do that, he can win the fight. I wasn't totally impressed with Abraham, to be honest. It's only because Stieglitz left his chin up in the air a lot of times and was getting caught with the right hand. So hats off to Arthur Abraham. A little word about George Groves. I think they may be trying to put George Groves in the ring with Arthur Abraham. I would still avoid that fight if I were George Groves. But George Groves does hit mighty hard. His chin is not the greatest, and I wouldn't like to see one of those right hands detonated on Groves' chin. He was way too open in his last fight, and he needs to work on his defence far more. It would be unadvisable for him to go toe-to-toe with someone like Abraham. But let me know what you guys think. So Arthur Abraham wins on a points decision. Some people would dispute it and think Stieglitz won. For me, I think he won the fight from the clean punches. This is BWTMONLINE. I'm out.